the way it was.
Take that, you naughty...
Clive! To what do I owe the pleasure?
I just wanted to see how the town's been.
Since all is and firmly just...
Are you a lord? They're going to make...
It's the... But if the people... Speaking of menaces, there may be a rather worry...
May there indeed.
I'm afraid the example Conrad and Natalie set in putting aside their differences and presenting a united front might have caught the bandits' attention. And they might have elected to take a similar approach. They have formed what one could call, and they grow more organized by the...
We'll fight them all off just like last time. No matter how many of them there are. Won't we, Lubor?
Of course we will. If we continue to work together, we can overcome any challenge we choose to face. The longer we avoid facing this one, the more difficult it will be. Until the only way to overcome it might be to run for the hills. Our best hope is to nip these efforts at organization in the bud, by finding those ne'er-do-wells who have yet to join the cause, and ensuring that they never do. Perhaps a certain Lord Underhill might be willing to lend us his aid once more?
How could I refuse?
Thank you, my lord. Victor will fill you in on the I have him stationed by...
I'll go and speak.
What's the difference between a lord and a mayor? That's easy. One of them?
A League of Outlaws. Sounds like we have some competition. Still in Dalamil, Victor?
Ah, Sid.
I thought you'd have returned to Cosnes by now.
I did. Then I came back. I've developed something of a fondness for the place. And having worked so hard to see it saved from one fate, it would seem remiss to abandon it to another. A sentiment Master Lubor certainly isn't shy about exploiting. Hence my doing his bidding yet again.
You're not the only one.
What does he want you to do?
He asked for my aid in putting down the bandits. And he said that you might be able to help me find them.
Then you've come at just the right time. I was on my way to speak with Conrad about how to organize our forces. There are more camps in the vicinity than we can safely strike at once. But we must strike together, and we must strike soon at as many camps as we can. We can't give this league of theirs time to rally its forces.
All right. Which camp shall I take?
There's one upriver. Just out there, across the dunes.
Leave it with me.
Those ne'er-do-wells want to band together.
That must be the camp Victor mentioned. Come on then, Toggle.
That's him! The one who killed Locke and Fingers! Over here! This one. Get him! Over here!
I'd better let Victor know.
Sid, where are you? Ah, I see the bandits didn't pose you any...
No, but
No.
what is it?
The whole town's saying that
What?
Seems that one of our party, some of the children, went Lubor, and without a
But that's not possible.
It is, if he has. Still,
Fuck.
I don't know where we go.
You're right.
And now, I made it. Well,
We're sorry, but we just...
there's nothing to be. All that matters to.
Look at him talking. All lies, I'll wager.
Once people, we need to do something. Convince the people.
You're right.
I'm glad I'm a Dalmat. You had to make... They know, Lord,
I'll do it. Lubor, I can't promise any.
And that is.
Why you... taking the bearer's side, Victor? You want to?
Why do they always have to make such a fuss?
You all along.
Forgive me for disturbing you, but could I have a moment of your time?
I've seen your face before.
As have I. Lord Underhill, wasn't it? Of the League of Merchants.
That's right. I wanted to speak to you about Lubor.
The rumors that he's a bearer. All true, I'm afraid.
He'll never be mayor now. Not if I have anything to do with it.
But what of his wares? Bearer or no, his steel is highly valued throughout the Republic. In this, at least, he's done the town a service. Might that not earn him a little leniency?
Leniency? He pretended to be one of us when he was laughing behind our backs all the while.
I'm sorry, my lord, but he lied to us. He lied to you. He cannot be trusted.
So what do you propose? Will you drive him from his home? Close his forge?
Perhaps. That is a question for the people of Dalimil. And they will thank you not to get involved.
The townsfolk have made their minds up. There was nothing I could do.
Nor I. Conrad and Natalie refused to consider anything but their own wounded pride.
You never know. Once their anger is cooled, they might see things differently. For now, we should report back to Lubor.
All right.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearer's side?
I assume the situation.
There's still hope.
But perhaps not.
You mustn't think like... We'll talk some sense.
No. And your effort.
But Lubor...
Rosina would that steel does yourself be rather an ironic, but I do not doubt, and so must I. And now I know what that is. I must embrace my new role of villain, for only united... I'll need to make a...
Don't go, Lubor. We'll be all alone.
Trust me, little.
How could it possibly? The least you can do.
It would not take...
Over. And so just like that. I thought you were better, but it seems you hadn't.
Victor.
Forget it. Do what you would.
You sure you're making the right choice?
Of those available to me? But where am I? Right then. I have packing to do.
If there's anything I can do. Anything.
I'll bear it in...
Lord Rosfield, is there aught?
Perhaps. My brother said that... Have you learned anything of...
Little and less.
I see.
Be assured, even now.
Fallen ruins.
Indeed. As if protect...
Secrets we...
Should our mayhap it would...
Would that be possible?
Of course. Perchance you are... I was due to... If you...
All right.
They will be... Might I suggest it will lead you...
Thank you.
I wish you...
A village built around an airship. Sounds like another lost wing. I hope the inhabitants are just as friendly.
Here, take a look at my wares. A fine choice. Anything else? A fine choice. Of course.
Come on. This might take a while. Mistakes. This one. Get him. Get him. Bet you're all ready. Ready, girl? Don't get surrounded. Straight home now. Oh no. You'll pay for this. May still be survivors. Attack! Whatever that thing is, they say it's their leader. Too slow. Get him! Go for all yours, Torgal! Get him! Over here! Down, Torgal! Attack! Over here! Get him! Get him! This one! Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not? We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins, a duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agree to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey... I suppose I'd better get this back to Cyril.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Thanks.
Can't do without.
Ah, you are returned, my lord.
I collected your here.
My thanks. I shall study them.
Cyril, losses which were these your...
No.
Even when...
My lord, the Undying, we live.
Cyril, but allow me to... It does not provide your... Think not only... Please.
I think, if you will, and we, as for...
I do.
Then we are...
Here, take a look at my wares. Of course. A fine choice.
Sell anything today?
As much as...
Ready, go? Yeah!
Right. Don't get surrounded. You deserve a rest. That's all of them. Owain can uncross his toes now.
The High Cardinal.
The Dominion's all but done for.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks? And you're just gonna fall into line?
I don't trust this Duke.
Oh, Clive. What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrec. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
The fact that the soldiers trust you may well carry some weight with the Duke. He needs their support, after all. I only hope that you can make him see...
I may have met this Duke before, at the Remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
And you're just gonna fall into line?
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
One at a time now.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Caer Norvent as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbreque.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet there are those who persist in peddling the treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them from their homes.
I suspect they're afraid of losing what little they have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that. You would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them, I suppose. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall.
Sabine, you are embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself.